welcome back to the Super Smash Bros. Project number 128. We are actually finishing Final Fantasy III. I am glad to be done with this one. Yeah, we're finally getting done. Yeah, unfortunately last time I was thinking it was going to be a short stream. Turns out it wasn't. It was the whole last 3 hours. We were really just kind of exploring this place, but now we are majorly leveled up, and I decided to give Raphia another Cure 4, and both of them Bahamut, or Bahamut. A lot of people say Bahamut, something like that, but I always say Bahamut, because might as well. So yeah, we're going through the Ancient's Labyrinth again. We're going to go through the top of Styx Tower into the Dark World, which contains like 3 bosses, I think. Also, we have a lot of shurikens, actually. Yeah, 54, I think we have plenty of shurikens. Ah, fuck. Let's unpetrify this dude. That was easy. Yeah, at this point in the game, it's actually another level up. It is... You can pretty much face anybody in the game. So I feel like we are very prepared for the final battle. So I've recently been seeing a lot of people seem to have 2016 nostalgia. Where were you in 2016? And it's just such an odd thing to me because of course I was there in, yeah, let's use my potion. I was there in, 2016, and I remember just how many people hated 2016. And I was no exception. And it wasn't because of anything like the election or anything like that. I did care about that, but I felt like the results of the election, like in some fashion, the results of the election was actually to be expected. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I also wasn't surprised. But for me, it was more personal. So at that point, that was around the time. It was a couple years before that I transferred schools. And I transferred schools because things weren't working out well. And so 2015 and 2016, I was both pretty depressed. That's also a big part of the reason why I have such a, I love the Wii U for all its flaws, and that is part of the reasons, because, it was, in a way, helping me get through troubled times. But yeah, I remember 2016, I was playing a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles X. I was playing Star Fox Zero. I didn't really like it so much for any number of reasons. And Pokken Tournament, I think, was my big Wii U game that year. I love Pokken Tournament. I love Pokken Tournament. And the reason why I love Pokken Tournament is because it's one of the few fighting games where I actually know what the hell I'm doing. I feel like for most fighting games, I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just kind of lost. But yeah, Pokken Tournament is one of the exceptions. And as such, I consider myself decent at Pokken Tournament, especially compared to other fighting games. It's just easy to understand, and I do like fighting games generally. Whenever I do play them, it does feel like I am button mashing. And I remember there's one video that I have, and, you know, I potentially have it. I could be showing it on the screen right now if you're watching it upload. But, so it was around my birthday, and, let's use that. And, so our mini golf place had an arcade, and so we went there just for the arcade. And so I was playing against my friend with Tekken 4, and at first I was trying to use just kind of what I know, what strategies I might know, but my friend was just mashing buttons, no logic, no reason, and he was kicking my ass. And so at that point, I decided it would be kind of fun to have our other friend just kind of record us button mashing like crazy. And I would look back at that video, and I found it kind of interesting. My look was very interesting because I wore a very specific hat for a lot of around the time that I was 16, and just, you know, give me a cigarette and I look like a classic French dude. Which, in a way, to be fair, is actually not that far off. Because... So it's on my dad's side that we are Greek Cypriots. And on my mom's side, you know, she was born in Iowa, like I was. But, she was more northern. And one part of her family was from Alsace. If you go, you know, dig deep into that, you'll find very French names. So not too far off. But, yeah, my mom's side of the family is mostly German. I've been managing to find Alsace, Baden-Württemberg, Bavaria. It was usually Baden-Württemberg before Bavaria. Like, all my ancestors from Baden-Württemberg came from Bavaria originally. And, you know, there's some people along the border with Netherlands. There is actually some Dutch ancestry in there as well. And let's see, what way should we go? Right. Yeah, the border of the Netherlands, as well as I'm trying to figure out what area it was. It was more in the northeast somewhere. It wasn't Pomerania. feel like it was like in the Mecklenburg area, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyhow, yeah. So that's, you know, German ancestors. Then there's so I'm about I would say a quarter German, and then I am there's a certain percentage that is okay, that is Norwegian, and the Norwegians actually didn't come to the US too long ago. The last Norwegian-born ancestor I have died in 1941, so it wasn't that long ago. Her name was Karen. And, you know, we would always remember to say Karen, not Karen, because Karen is, like, more of an anglicized pronunciation for that. There's also some Irish that I found. There's some Irish. There's like one ancestor that, you know, was Irish born, came in the mid-19th century, you know. Famine days. I think it was pretty late into the famine too. It was like 1850s, I think. And so yeah, a small percentage Irish. Actually, a tiny percentage Swiss, although I count that kind of with the German side. So these guys, I think, are unaffected by magic, or I shouldn't say unaffected, but like, no, magic doesn't really do so well against them. I'm hoping to remember that I am to try to find the video, because I do have the video somewhere, but I need to like save it somewhere and then show it. So yeah, that was 2013. When I was 16. When I turned 16, that was the year I got the Wii U as well. I'm gonna just do something really, really quick. Okay, and I am back. So yeah, I just had to do something really, really quick, and it's probably the one on the right. Anyway. Ambush. Oof, 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 oof. Actually, maybe we can use magic. Nope, nope, nope. Not what I meant to do. And then life. Let's do life 2. Wherever it is. Oh. On the top. So I know I'm pretty sure I'll have to wear the ribbons. The ribbons, I think, prevent like status effects, stuff like that. Because I think that's why death wasn't effective that one time, because I think one of my characters is wearing a ribbon. It's a scholar. Yep, ribbon. So, actually, let's see if there's another ribbon we can wear. Scholar. No, it looks like that's the only ribbon. Okay. So, I will also add that by next year, we are going to be pretty much done with the NES. Because, you know, in probably about a month, we'll be covering the Super Nintendo. And so there's really only 1 year after that the NES had a lot of games, and that's 1992. 1992 is a huge year because it looks like, you know, this is per plan. I will use flare maybe. From about maybe August of this year until the end of April, so probably May actually. Wait, no, it was June of next year. The end of June of next year, where I'll be covering 1992. It's a long time. That's almost a full year to cover just one gaming year. And it'll likely be my longest for a while. I was planning things out, and yeah, it's a long time. Whereas then you get to 1993, and that's like only a few months long. It's very short. It'll basically just be that summer that we'll be going through 1993. By the time summer's done, 1993 is done, and we'll go on to 1994. Which is the final year for the NES. And it's one of those things that is kind of sorrowful to be done with something like that. Though at the same time, I am very excited to just be moving on. Because I kind of like the Super Nintendo. I'm not as big on the NES, but Super Nintendo is the bomb. Ouch. Ouch. It's all the same dude. It's actually here too, I think. it'll also be pretty exciting, you know, pretty soon, because... So right now, because of the way the NES works with, my capture card, there's kind of a weird static line that kind of goes along the screen when I play the NES. But a lot of the other systems don't really have that. It's really only the 80s systems that have that. So when we go onto the Super Nintendo, since, you know, it doesn't have that, a lot of the games I will actually be streaming on the system itself. So, you know, I'll be playing, like, on the CRT TV, and then, hooking, like, an actual Super Nintendo up with my stream. So you also notice a little bit of difference with that. And so I know, so the first game... First game we're gonna do that with, I think, is going to be Metroid 2, maybe? No, it's I think F-Zero, actually. Because F-Zero, I don't really need to use save states or anything like that. So this is what the Phoenix Downs are for. Because Ingus is our healer. We do not want our healer to die. Okay, this is good. Okay, we're going this way. Yeah, might as well. We have 60 opportunities to use just basic cure. If you've seen my stream schedule recently, we are going on to Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which actually begins with a pretty awesome intro. But I will say that I tried playing, going through the game not too long ago. It was like sometime last year, maybe the year before that. You know, sometime early on in the project. And I encountered a bug, which, I needed a very specific weapon to defeat this boss, which is, you know, it was like a chopper, and the game would not let me equip. And I was like, what the hell? I don't know if it was... I don't quite remember whether it was that specific item or if it was just any weapons at all. But yeah, I couldn't equip shit. And so at that point, I'm just like, you know, there are no answers online that I've found. There's nothing I can really do. And I'm hoping that I don't encounter that bug again. I feel like maybe I encountered the hind D too early, and that's why the bug happened. But I also don't really understand how that would be possible. Because I know I was needing to do some stuff before I faced the hind D, but yeah. I don't know. Okay, we're almost out. We're almost out. Ah, shucks. So yeah, Metal Gear 2 should take me about 2 days. Of course, we'll see about that. And then next week it should be all single streams. And then Dragon Quest 2 the week after, or Dragon Warrior 2 if you're, you know, stateside. Trying to figure out if there's... Yeah, there is, should be a boss right ahead, actually. Yeah, Zane. Or Zande. I don't know. Sages cast Cure 4. Ninjas just fight. Okay. Hold on. Well, let's do, just in case. Just in case. Bunch of dragons. Ha 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 ha, you're trapped. Anyone who reflected in that mirror is trapped by the demon dragon's curse. Now you can be the 5 demon dragons' prey. It's your long-awaited, deliciously fresh feast. Take your time. Shit! I can't move! Pull yourselves together. Doga? The only thing that can break the curse of the demon dragons is 5 hearts of light. You must endure until I can find 5 hearts of light. Don't give up. Doga's soul search for 5 of the light. Oh, I remember this scene. Princess! Lunith and the others are in danger! What can lift the demon dragon's curse is a heart filled with light. We need your strength. What? Lunith is in danger? I'll go. Please take me with you. Sid, won't you lend us your strength? Anything to help them. I'm going with you. Dash, so you've died. Nope. Dash, you're alive! What are you talking about, old man? There's no way I'll die. I finally finished fixing the Tower of Owen. That wasn't safe. Just a little longer and the floating continent would have collapsed. Lunith and the others are in danger. One problem after another. What can I do? Prince Alice, please give me your strength. Lunith is in danger? I'll go too. Please, won't one of you come to help Lunith? It's finally our turn to be the heroes. Well, go on. Don't give up. We're counting on you. Light warriors, hurry while we hold off the demon dragons. Don't let this world be plunged into darkness. Thank you, everyone. Let's go. You've come far, but the darkness is 3 steps ahead of you. You're too late. Perish. Zande. Not the final boss. It's a bit of a spoiler, I guess, but, we gotta use Cure 4. Cure 4. Cure 4 every turn. You know, just in case. Oh. Let's see. Haste on the ninjas. Okay. Let's do haste. Oh. This dude does no haste. So, Cure 4, I guess. Okay, now we're good. And there we go. It doesn't matter. If you destroy me, the dark cloud is already surrounding everything in darkness. I, the dark cloud, have come to return all to the void, to turn both light and dark into nothingness. And first, I will erase you with the power of light from this world. Die. So in this one, there's nothing you can do. So, Just fight, fight, fight. I like the music though. The music's fine. Lunith! Don't die! You can't give in yet. Please get up. Don't die! Lunith, Ark! Ruffia, Ingus! And then we get healed. Yeah, right now I was just kind of looking at the map, because the map will be important. We will give you our spirits. Now stand up. Return to life, heroes of the light. The party revived. Thank you, Doga Une. Don't thank us. There's still something you must do. Due to Zande's folly, the light has weakened and the power of darkness has created something awful. Zande was controlled by that dark power. It is a terribly strong force. Our souls will soon join all the other souls. There's nothing more we can do to help you. Only you can return the light, dark and light to their original balance. Now go to the Dark World. Once you go to the Dark World, you cannot return. We have to go to the Dark World. Alright, come on, let's go.